This week it seems like Wall Street is just going crazy over NIO, and every single financial institution is basically bumping up their price target. Just 2 weeks ago we did a video about new price targets for NIO, and all of the companies have raised them. So this week we have a new batch for you. So let's begin with Mizuho, who raised their price target from $3.5 per share to $6 per share, and $6 per share is the lowest price target we will talk about today. JPMorgan had reiterated their price target of $8 per share. If you remember, just 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, JPMorgan set their price target to $8 per share. Just a couple of days ago, after the news of stock dilution was announced, JPMorgan has reiterated the $8 per share. We will talk about their explanation for why it happened. Deutsche Bank, they are tracking not the ADR, not the American shares of NIO, they are tracking the Hong Kong shares of NIO. They have raised their price target to $75 per share. Hong Kong dollars, don't be worried, but it's still a lot because it's something like $9.6 for American dollars per share. US Tiger Securities have raised their price target from $5 to $8 per share. And the most important one, if there's like a one analysis I want you to take out of this video, and we will talk about it later in the video, it's Bank of America. So Bank of America has raised their price target from $5 to $7.1 per share. We will discuss each one of these analyses in this video, and we will focus on Bank of America one because this is the most comprehensive and the most clear one. So hello and welcome to the Market Monkeys channel. My name is Vadim, and let's start with the stock dilution. And if you have seen our video from a week ago, you already know what I'm going to start with. If you haven't seen our video, this is what happened just a week ago. So here's our official prediction. Until the end of November this year, NIO will go out and issue more shares, and I think they will issue something between $1.5 and $2 billion in new shares. So yeah, we don't have to wait for November. Just 4 days after we made our video, NIO has announced that they are offering 181 million additional shares. This makes it 2 out of 2 for this channel because the last time NIO has raised additional capital, we also did a video a week before that and also anticipated that NIO will have to come up with new money, so they will issue new shares. So it wasn't really a surprise. The surprise was how fast it all came out. So one thing I wanted to talk about this share dilution. Share dilution is not a bad thing. It's also not a good thing. It all depends on how the company will use the proceeds from this share dilution. So if they are going to invest in something with high return on investment, you as investors will be better off. If they will just, spend the money, burn it, whatever, you will just lose a stake of the company. So keeping this in mind, I went to NIO announcement and checked out how they planning to spend the money. And the announcement said that the company currently plans to use the net proceeds from the equity offering to invest in research and development of core technologies for smart electric vehicles and for general corporate purposes. So here I have a question, because we all know that NIO is trying to cut the R&D expenses. On the other hand, they are telling that right now they are raising the money to invest more in R&D. So here's where I'm losing them a little bit. If you know the answer to the question, write this down in the comments. The last video you were very helpful and writing your theories about what had happened with NIO stock, so thank you very much. If you know what is going on, why they're raising money, again, please write it in the comments. Now let's talk about Wall Street raising price targets and their analysis. And let's start with JPMorgan. So JPMorgan reiterated their $8 per share price target, and they have said that it's not a surprise for them that NIO had to issue more shares. It was surprising for them the timing of this thing, because they said just a couple of weeks ago we have Q2 announcement, and NIO management told that they have a robust sales pipeline and they are planning to enter the profitability or break-even phase starting this October. And just 2 weeks after that, apparently they need more money. So on one hand, the company is telling that everything is okay and we will stop burning money. On the other hand, the company says they need more money. By the way, JPMorgan was not surprised, and you would not have been surprised if you hit this subscribe button and watched all our videos, and you would know that NIO is about to release more shares. So don't forget to like this video and hit the subscribe button. Mizuho, who increased their price target from $3.5 per share to $6 per share, said that everything's okay. They are expecting delivery growth from NIO, but they are expecting some short-term turbulence in terms of gross margins. And probably this has to do with the price war in China, with margins going down for pretty much all of the EV players in China. Deutsche Bank, in their analysis, and they're raising their price target from $71 per share to $75 per share. Again, Hong Kong dollars. Don't jump out of your seat. So they have noted that they like everything NIO is doing right now. They are liking the L90 and the ES8. They are liking the new model with the free rolls, and everything looks good, and that's why they are raising the price target. And now let's talk about the Bank of America, who raised their price target, and they had the most comprehensive and the clearest report, and I think you as new investors or potential new investors should hear it. So a couple of points from their report. First of all, they said that the new models will probably start a new strong model cycle for NIO. So NIO is getting somewhere in terms of their placement in the EV market, and this is a good place. Based on this, Bank of America had increased their projections of how many vehicles NIO will sell this year, in 2026 and 2027. If I'm not mistaken, it was something like by 9% and 19% the next 2 years. In addition, they have talked about expanding gross margins based on these new models, and they are expecting these gross margins to increase by something like 0.5%. It's not much, but I have to say it's a step in the right direction for NIO, because NIO, out of all of big EV Chinese players, NIO has probably the lowest margins in the tens, and they really need to work on that. And to wrap it all up, Bank of America had predicted that probably NIO will move toward profitability, but not reach it, not this year and not the next year. They, in their report, said that NIO will be profitable somewhere in 2027. And to be honest, I have to agree with them. So last video, I have explained why I don't think that NIO will be profitable in fourth quarter this year. And I don't know, maybe by the end of next year, but probably 2027 looks like a good bet. So in general, the dilution was not such a big shock and big surprise for all of the market. Like, we haven't made some crazy prediction which suddenly came true, like the market has anticipated it, the investment firms have anticipated it as well. And looks like it wasn't shock to investors, because the stock went down to $5 something per share and bounced back over 6. What we need to understand that Wall Street is expecting NIO to keep growing and expecting NIO stock to keep growing. Right now the consensus is something like $6.50 per share, the average target price out of all of the institutions, but I think it's just not updated yet, because as you can see, more and more financial institutions are slapping $7+ $8 per share as a target price, so NIO has a long way to go. And in addition, we will have fourth quarter, and fourth quarter is usually a good one for NIO. So the delivery is kind of growing and the company seems better than the rest of the year. Hopefully it was interesting for you. If it was, don't forget to press the like button, write us a comment and subscribe to our channel, and we will see you guys in the next video. Take care.